sue them because that's in the EULA now. You can't even be like, yo, man, you sold me some bull, bro. And they be like, objection! EULA, you know what I'm saying? You signed the EULA. Today we're talking about our good pals, Nintendo. Okay. Y'all remember this thing? I also want to talk about greed and has it leaked to Nintendo. And before we get into the negatives, I do want to say I love Nintendo. My first console, this is actually pretty cool. I haven't touched these in a while. Was a Nintendo. Like this is, it's gonna be blurry. I'm not finna fix that. My first console was a Nintendo, with my second console being a Super Nintendo, dude. I don't know if y'all can hear that. I think I got the filter on. Let me turn it off. Oh, it's clear. It's clear now. All right. I love Nintendo. I grew up on it, playing like the OG Street Fighter, OG Mortal Kombat, OG Mario, obviously. My Switch 2 is upstairs. How far we have come. Came? This is cool. I like having these things. Sorry, I love having these things. But I got Nintendo. I grew up on them. I love them, and I love almost every system they put out besides that guy. And I want them to continue to strive and innovate and be good at what they do. But regardless of my love for Nintendo or my love for gaming in general, we got to call out some things and make sure that we don't fall prey to these tactics that companies can and will exploit because of how vulnerable we are as humans. Now, the question, is Nintendo greedy? All signs kind of point to like maybe. Now, hear me out. I know y'all like to go in the comments or leave dislikes. I ain't here to impress. I'm here to discuss. So let's get to it. But shout out to Nintendo. Thank you. But I gotta call you out. So let's talk about some of the recent negative stuff that has been surrounding Nintendo. So first things first, obviously the $80 games. Right now it's really just one $80 game and this Mario Kart. We could talk about value. We could talk about how the games used to be $90, which I think is not a solid argument because you could talk about inflation or whatever, but then you could talk about how the distribution used to be different, how they had to go to stores and put physical copies of games in the stores and not literally send it over the internet to you. On top of wages also not following inflation, on top of popularity and word of mouth, and how things traverse and encourage people to make a buy. So many things are different now. And I can't, that alone, Nintendo selling Mario Kart at $80. You know what I'm saying? Is that greedy? You know? But what is interesting is it's a tactic. Is it predatory? I don't know, because you could just buy the bundle and you get the game pretty much for $30 off, but then you're spending $500. So honestly, it seemed to be more of a tactic that with a hint of predatory in it, you know, like, yeah, let's get them to spend this $80 or spend more money on the console bundle. So it's more of a marketing tactic, more of a give us more money. I don't know, you know. That alone is not greedy. No. Is it not consumer friendly? Not really. But is everything that's not consumer friendly greedy? Nah, I don't think so. But hold on tight. We got more to discuss. You also got the Switch 2 versions of video games, i.e. the Zelda upgrades. Cost $10 or you pay Nintendo Online to play the games or whatnot. And then like you can't even buy the expansion. So there's like a Nintendo Online expansion pack that you could buy so that you don't have to pay the $10. But guess what? You can't pay that monthly. You got to pay that 12 months out unless there's another option somewhere. I ain't see it. Okay. So it's like you got to pay either $50 for a year, but you get like Nintendo Online and all that, or you pay this $10 to get the upgrade. Is that greedy by itself? No. Is the $10 worth it? Hey, I played that Zelda last night. I was hooked, okay? So it's worth it to me, but still, you know, it's like, man, y'all know that Switch version wasn't good, bro. Y'all know 20 frames per second ain't the standard, you know what I'm saying? But is that greedy by itself? No. Combining it with the $80 Mario Kart, not looking good. Let's keep going. One of the huge things a lot of people have been talking about, which this news actually broke in April, was that Nintendo can brick your console. Let me make sure this is correct. How dare you? So yeah, I just quickly looked this up. Nintendo updated their EULA. I think, like I said, it's back in like April or something like that, but it's relevant. Nintendo can brick your console if you decided to hack it or do something like that. Now, I don't know how anybody could be like, yeah, this is a good idea, right? Because like, what if they just brick your console because they think you're hacking? And then you pay $400-$500 for this device. You own this device, but Nintendo still has the ability to make it worthless. How dare you? And it's like, why? Why have that much control after I just gave you my $500? It's so ew. It's one of the worst things a company probably has ever like just slid in a EULA. This is one of the most egregious things that's pretty bad, bro. It's a whole console. There's publishers and their video game stuff, but this is an entire console. There's actually a EULA out there that some of y'all signed y'all souls over. I forgot what it was, but I might put it over here. I might be too lazy to edit that. Is that greedy? Oh, I looked so much cleaner. That thing was dusty. What's good, y'all? Welcome back. So, shout out to Berleezy. But I don't lost my train of thought. I look so good now. So clean, so clear. Is that greedy? It's weird. Like, why would you want to do that? It gotta be greed. That just gotta be greedy. Like, yo, you give me $500, you can't do nothing with that device but play exactly what we sell you. You can't hack it and do nothing else to it. You own it, but we own it too. It's like, do you? That's kind of whack. Like, where's the ownership in anything nowadays? It's so weird. They don't want you to own nothing because they don't want to lose out on money. So I think this is greedy. Hell yeah, it's greedy. Add that to $80 video games. Add that to $10 upgrades for freaking resolutions and frames per second that should have been there from day one. Hold up. There's more. In the EULA, again, you can't sue them. And there's another thing. I messed up. I wanted to say this after this, but tell me a console that you bought where they sell you the controller in the package and the controller sucks to the point where it's normal for you to spend how much is this Pro controller? Holy crap. It's $84.99. How dare you? Please tell me how much is the Switch? The regular Switch Pro controller. This is live, ladies and gentlemen. I'm looking this up right now. And people are glazing this. The Switch 2 Pro controller just changed everything. This is amazing. These controllers come standard in every other console sold to you. And people are just like, wow, yes. It's normal for Nintendo now to sell you a console with these terrible controllers that literally come with drift. It's sold to you drifty. Mario Kart drift, Joy-Con drift, same difference. The Switch in 2017 also had drift. So we're like 8 years into the future and we're still experiencing frustrating issues with a package that comes straight to you. And guess what? Like I said before, you can't even sue them because that's in the EULA now. You can't even be like, yo, man, you sold me some bull, bro. And they be like, objection! EULA, you know what I'm saying? You signed the EULA. Now, you could get technical and be like, EULAs are not fully defendable in court. The topic here is greed. They sold you a console and a controller that is broken, pretty much literally. This thing used to fall on the floor. Bro, did you hear that? I bet it still work. I bet it do. You buy this, and it's already not working. You better not drop this. It's a wrap, bro. We used to drop RKO our consoles off chest dressers, bro. And we get the cartridges and works. But you can't even get a controller from Nintendo that just come out work. No, they want you to get the Pro controller. You're buying $500 plus Pro controller, $84. This is like $600 just to play the game. Greed. I love you, Nintendo. Greed. Truth is, you should buy a console. It should be yours. The controller should be work. The controller should work. It should not just be some flimsy controller that you literally just. You got people praising like, oh my gosh, I immediately got the Switch Pro controller, bro. I'm not buying that. I'm sorry. I'm gonna struggle with these baby drifts. I'm sorry, I just am. You're not getting more money out of me. It's just, how do you explain a company doing that? Greed. We are in greed territory now. I feel like we have crossed the line. But wait, there's more. You know a game called Power World? Clearly heavily inspired by Pokemon. I mean, just let's be for real. But Nintendo don't like that. Lawsuit. And guess what Nintendo start also doing? Patents. And y'all remember one of my videos, maybe you don't, probably don't, where a company patented something and just never went and did anything with it. And what's crazy is Nintendo is known for innovation. And patents just halt that. Like, there's no innovation when it comes to patents. It's like, nobody can do it but us for the next 20 years. And it's like, why? Greed. Power World was so dang popular, bro. A basic concept people have been asking for Nintendo, from Nintendo forever. And what Nintendo do? Instead of innovating, they say, you can't do that. Why not? Greed. It got to be the greed. Like, they want more. They want as much and they don't want nobody else to have it. I'm surprised the dang, what is it? The Steam Deck didn't raise any flags over there for them. Last but not least, because we're already, like I said, in greed territory, is just the Switch 2 overall. Now, like I said, Nintendo has always innovated in a sense, because these two ain't that much. God, this thing is big, but not much innovation. So from the Switch to the Switch 2, think Nintendo, Super Nintendo, for my manga readers right to left. But then, oh, you got these bad boys. This right here, one of the best consoles of all time. And they really innovated with the 3D stuff. Obviously, you know, the PlayStation was getting there too. You know, and then the GameCube, like, look at this thing. I wonder if there's a game in here. The baby disc, like, it's just so cool. And you can just grab this thing and it's a freaking cube. It's just cool. And then like the 4-player stuff. What other console was doing that besides the Dreamcast I got up there? And then you got the 64 also with the 4 players, and then the weird behind controller that these bad boys used to drop too. Still work. This is Sega Genesis. I don't know. I just kind of want to show it. I got the real one up. Real one up there. There was some innovation there. And then you got the Wii and the Wii U. I don't know where my Wii is. I actually don't have the Wii U. I own one. I don't know where it went. But, you know, and it's like innovation. And then now we're back to iteration. And I did want to Switch 2. Like I said, by itself, hey, we're just doing a Switch 2. More powerful Switch. Cool. Appreciate that. That's kind of what I wanted. But like, when you just look at everything else that I just mentioned, it just comes down to like, did greed really get to Nintendo? And honestly, I think it did. Now, do I think their next console within the next 10 years, probably, will it be like a Switch 3 or something like that? I don't think so. Obviously, it's going to be a stronger device, but I don't think it's going to be exactly like the Switch. I do think they will innovate this next round, whatever that may be. If not, I think gaming as a whole will probably be down Because I got another topic that I want to talk about, and it's not going to be in this video. I'm actually about to close out. There's another topic I want to talk about on the state of gaming and whose fault it is. And believe it or not, it's our fault, bruh. Not me or you per se, but the consumer. It's literally the consumer's fault. And we'll talk about that in another time. But to sum it up, is Nintendo greedy? At this very moment, yes. They really are. They're doing a lot of things just to make more money. And the Switch OG probably made them the most money they ever made, like ever. I'm pretty sure. It's like Mario Kart 8 sold like 60 something million copies. Like it's like one of the best selling games of all time, bro. Like they saw all that money, they was like, hey, run it back, run it back. Run it back now. So as a gaming fan, I really hope Nintendo kind of tone it down. We broke. And please stop selling us stuff and making it seem like we don't own it. Selling us stuff just so we could praise buying another controller that you very well know how to make. You know how to make a good controller. It's right there. Here we are 8 years later. But anywho, tell me what y'all think, man. Am I tripping? Y'all probably gonna say I'm tripping. And I'm gonna say I don't care. I still like to know because sometimes you guys do bring up solid arguments, but I do think like right now Nintendo, like you guys are kind of losing like a little bit of faith from me. I'm gonna still play that Zelda though. Until next time, peace.